gas up the Jeep, it's good to be free. Load up the pans and fishing poles. The highway is long, the wheels turning round. Pack up the cook stove and the bowls. Arlo and I, we hit the open road. Arlo and I are on the road.
Hey everybody, well, Arlo and I are out and about again today, and we are hiking around in this beautiful, really green area of maple trees. Look at this. Now, one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that the little propellers, the little maple seeds, are edible. Let's see if we can find some that I can reach here. But there's just maple trees all over. Most of them are really tall. Let's see if we can find some of the seeds. These right here. Look at that. It would be fun to collect a bag of those and then take them home and then maybe make something out of them. But so we can find a tree that we can reach, Arlo and I are just going to have a nice little hike in the woods here. I just really love this mixture of maple trees and fir trees and pine trees. It's just a really pretty mix of foliage. Arlo's having a good time, having a run. He was kind of lounging around the house this morning looking all blah, so I figured I need to bring him out, and I stopped along the road here in this little shady area. So it's a little hotter today. I think it's in the 80s today up here. It's actually, well, it's not in the 80s right where I am. It's probably in the 70s down here, especially down up on the rim, and especially down here in the shade. But down the valley, it's supposed to reach 110 or hotter today. So glad to be up here in the shade under the maples with Arlo. Look at this really cool, massive tree. Well, it's two trees that are growing together. You have this big Douglas fir growing up this way, and you have this gigantic ponderosa pine coming up here. And at some point, when they were young, or just little seedlings, they were like coming out of the same little hole, and they've grown together here, and they pretty much have a single trunk. That is so cool. Huh. You can see the different bark here. This fir tree has this real thick, rigid, sort of craggy kind of a bark. And right here, growing with it, is this ponderosa pine, which has this sort of multicolor jigsaw kind of pieces that flake off just like jigsaw pieces here, just like that. Completely different kind of bark there. Look at that beautiful tree. It's massive, huh? And that's massive too, huh? Man, that is so cool. So we're still on our quest here to find some maples that I can reach, so that I can get some maple seeds, so we can start collecting those. But in the meantime, look at this pretty forest. And here, another huge tree. This is a massive oak. Look at the difference in the bark here. Look at this. And this one goes way up. And when you get up there, you can see, hey, that's an oak tree. Wow. Hey, buddy. Although it's pretty moist relatively down in here, you can see some of these areas where we have these drainage areas running through here. It's a little bit softer here. And you can see where the elk, there's an elk footprint right here, come down here to look for water. But all through here, you can see elk footprints here. Right in here, you can see they're in here slipping and sliding. I'm in the mud. But beyond that, it's pretty dry. We haven't had any rain yet this summer. Here's a nice elk footprint right here. Look at that. Look at that. Look how big that is compared to my hand. See if we can see any deer prints in here as well, which will be quite a bit smaller. Arlo and I are just kind of following along here. This little sort of drainage area. This is also really a great place to come down and look for mushrooms, because it's another one of those areas that really retains a lot of moisture, even in the hottest part of summer. I found quite a few mushrooms down here in the past years. A lot of boletes, a lot of oyster mushrooms, even some chicken in the woods found down in here. So far, like I said, we haven't had any the monsoon rains yet, which we'll have hopefully coming within the next month or so, and then everything is on, and then mushroom season will be on, and that's absolutely my favorite time of the year. See here, squirrels have been working on eating some of these pine cones here, eating the pine nuts. You can see they've gotten the pine nuts right here on this log. Look at the texture of this. Now this obviously is a maple tree, but if you compare that texture of that bark to some of the other trees they were looking at, you can actually really see what kind of tree it is without even looking up. Get some water. Yeah, it's dry out there. Yeah. Is that it? Drinking too fast. He always does that. He drinks so fast. Now it's funny, I was searching around down in the forest for maple seeds, and wouldn't you know it, I find the most of them right here along the road. Look at them all. So, if I can reach them. See all those right there? I'm gonna see if I can grab some of those maple seeds, and we'll see if we can take them home and make something with them. I have a nice little baggie filled with these maple seeds. Normally, I don't really like to collect or harvest anything along the road. With all the exhaust and dust and all that, they can be kind of nasty. But these are easy pickings, and I'll take them home and I'll wash them up, and hopefully they'll be all right. But like I said, I normally like to go out into the woods and do my foraging out there. All right, we are back in the kitchen, and we are just out in the woods, and we collected a bunch of maple seeds, or maple helicopters. And this is a little branch. You can see how they grow in little clusters underneath the leaves there. And we all remember those as kids when we would play with them, and they would twirl down like helicopters, or lay under the tree and watch them come down. But what a lot of people don't realize is that the seeds of the maple tree are edible. You just have to peel off. These are young, so they are still green. And you can see that right there, the helicopter and the seed. It's still soft on this one, but when they get dry and firm, they twirl down. But these are still soft. But you can peel the outer part of the skin off of it, like that. All right. And what you end up with is a little green seed, just like this. And it kind of tastes like a green tree thing. Maybe a little bean-like, maybe sort of like a edamame. These are little small little guys. I'm not sure exactly what variety of maple this is. But remember as a kid, the ones in Illinois, they really had big seeds in them. And maybe they're just small because of their immaturity. I have my oven going because what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to take these seeds and I'm going to roast them in the oven with a little Cajun seasoning on them, and then I'm going to mix them with some other stuff, maybe some raisins, some peanuts, maybe some walnuts, some stuff that I have around here, and I'm going to make sort of like a little maple seed trail mix with these. Now for the tedious part, I'm going to peel all of these seeds. These are actually so tiny that I might not even just take the skin off from the end of it here. I might just take these and just snap off the little wings and put those in there. I'm going to roast them anyway. If they were bigger, I would definitely peel and just take only the inside. Like I said, if these were larger seeds, I would peel this little skin off of them, but it's just once you peel them, there's nothing left, and these are very young, so they're very tender. So I'm just snapping off the little wings and separating them and putting them in our bowl. Alright, so I have some of my maple seeds peeled here, and I'm going to drizzle them a little bit with some olive oil, and then I'm going to season them with some Cajun slep yamama. Alright, so let's get that going. Then I'm going to spread them on a little baking tray or cookie sheet, and then put them in the oven at 350, and we'll see how long it's going to take, probably about 10-15 minutes, maybe not even that long, and then we'll take them out, and then we'll assemble our trail mix. Alright, so like I said, here are some of our maple seeds here, and I'm going to drizzle on a little bit of olive oil not much, just a tiny little bit. And then I have some of this Slap Ya Mama Cajun seasoning. Put a good amount of that on there. And then I'm going to stir them all up. And put some more seasoning on there. Oil will help the seasoning stick to it. And then I'm going to lay these out onto this little cookie sheet here, and we'll pop them in the oven. Alright, get those in the oven. Shouldn't take long. Alright, so I took our maple seeds out of the oven. They roasted for about, I don't know, 8 or 9 minutes, and they started to get brown, so I took them out, and I'm just letting them cool off here just for a second. And then in my bowl I have some peanuts. These are actually raw red skin peanuts. I'm also going to add some raisins to this, and I also have some walnuts here, so I'm going to put some walnuts in there. Our trail mix so far, and then I will get our maple seeds. Alright, there it is. It looks pretty good there. Our homemade maple seed trail mix. Let me see the little roasted maple seeds in there too. So you can use whatever you have around the house. This is just what I happen to have. It'd probably be nice with some chocolate chips or something else in there, whatever you happen to like in your trail mix. Alright, so there you have it. Our roasted maple seed trail mix. Roasted Cajun spiced maple seed trail mix. But in here I have the roasted maple seeds, I have raisins, I have peanuts, and I have almonds. Like I said, whatever else you may have around the house or things that you like in your trail mix, I would add that too. You know, some people like chocolate, some people like M&Ms, some people like coconut, or, you know, the sky's the limit. Whatever it is that you happen to like in there. Alright, so I'm going to try a little bit of this. I'll eat some trail mix with my spoon, just to be polite. No, I can really taste the saltiness and the spiciness from that Cajun seasoning, and the roasted maple seeds really remind me a lot of roasted soybeans like you have in other trail mix. Still has that same roasted soybean kind of texture to it, but tastes a little bit better. And that spicy, salty of the maple seeds with the Cajun seasoning is a nice complement to the sweetness of the raisins. Now if you put dried cherries or chocolate or whatever, that would be even better. That spiciness really would accent all that. But anyway, just a fun little project today. We just happened to be driving along and we saw the maples and anyway, that's it. Just a fun little video. Arlo and I just happened to see those little maple helicopters on the trees today, and thought that it might be a fun little project to do. So those are really good. So get out there in your yard and start collecting those maple seeds. Thank you for following along on this short little adventure. We're just driving around. We happened to see those maples had the little propellers, little seeds on them, and we thought it might be a fun little project. Like I said, a lot of people aren't aware that the maple seeds are edible, and this is just a quick and easy thing that you can do with them that maybe even the kids are like. There's a lot of other things that you can do, and maybe I'll make some more recipes a little bit later. But for today, roasted maple seeds with Cajun spice and raisins, peanuts, and walnuts. Really good.
Yes.
Anyway, if you like this video, please like, please subscribe. That always helps us a lot.
Load up the pans and fishing poles. Arlo and I, we hit the open road. Arlo and I.